Welcome to Comically Comics, your one-stop listen to all things comics. We're talking books, movies, TV shows, video games, and more. I must forewarn you, though, we are a spoilercast, and what that means is we consider all properties, past, future, and present, to be valid, and we will spoil the hell out of them. I'm your host, Michael, along with my two co-hosts, Richard and Jeremy, and with all that being said, let's get started. All right, it is Friday, September 20th.
Throwing a curveball out there.
Yeah, I know that was my bad. So thank y'all so much, both y'all, for working with me, because I almost forgot my anniversary was on a night that we would be recording. And that could have been bad. That could have been real bad.
Well, now you've literally admitted to that on record.
Yeah. Well, I think we both did, honestly. We were just going through life, and it was
I see.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's because, we're at 12 years of marriage. I don't know.
I got you.
It's just another one.
Yeah, right. All right. So anyways, we've got two TV shows, Marvel and DC, that have come out this previous week. And yeah, we're going to review them and, see where we're going from there, see if we like them, things like that. We had Agatha All Along that came out this past Wednesday. And then The Penguin that came out on HBO Max this past Thursday. So I figured we'd start with Agatha because a lot of people were dissing on this show, not caring much about seeing this when it came out or anything like that. And
me, you're talking about me.
It was more than just you, but yes, you're a contributing factor. And honestly, just to kind of look into my my world a little bit and my views of it, there wasn't a whole lot on the forefront of these two episodes. So, Jeremy, what is your whelming with this?
So, I will say I am, as of right now, just whelmed with the two episodes. Now, if I did if we were doing just the first episode, probably wouldn't have made it to the second episode. That one was just terrible to me. I was completely underwhelmed with the first episode.
Yeah.
The second one helped out.
Okay.
I will say I think the best part of both episodes was whenever they were harmonizing singing the Witches Road song. I was like,
God.
That one actually sounded pretty good. So,
yeah.
Do you know what the best part of that for me was? The character Mrs. Hart / Mrs. Davis,
that 70s
Davison.
Yeah.
Yes, from that 70s show. How she's just jumping around.
I loved her. She's like, "Am I supposed to know the lyrics to this?" Yeah, no, she's my I loved her in that 70s show as well, and yeah, she's my favorite in this so far.
Yeah.
Richard, what's your whelming for this show?
For the two, okay, so I'll do kind of like Jeremy. I'm whelmed right now. It does intrigue, to put more into that. This has intrigued me at least.
Mm-hmm.
First episode, honestly, I was just like, man, I just want to see this cop procedural drama episode more than I want to see. I just sort of found myself sinking in. I wonder who killed this woman and all this stuff, and then eventually, it's revealed oh yeah, that's right, it's a spell kind of thing. Oh yeah, I'm watching Agatha. Oh crap. Yeah, and then the second episode, I think I was I was kind of underly whelmed a little bit. I'm not big into musicals. Yes, they're great. The song is catchy. They harmonize great. But I really don't like what they're doing with the teen and what potentially the teen will be. So that kind of just irritates me.
I will say I want to change it up a little bit because I know we're all about spoilers and we're all about just laying it all out there.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I know about the teen for the most part, and I'm pretty positive I know that you, Richard, know about the teen for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
However,
I'm offended.
No, you're not. Don't lie. I don't think Jeremy knows though.
No.
Yeah,
I just thought he was just a happy side character.
Yeah, we've talked about him a billion times already. But in true Jeremy fashion, he has forgotten that already.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to do something different here.
Wait, though. You haven't given your whelming for this.
Oh, I know. I'm not skipping
you're getting
over
to
it.
that. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yes, I'm going to get to it. I want to touch on this before we let somewhat of a cat out of a bag kind of moment.
Okay.
I just want to test the waters on this and see how this goes as far as not letting you know who we think Teen actually is.
Okay. Like, what do you mean? Like watching through the rest of the series kind of thing?
Like just what? Because I mean, they're gonna reveal it. You know what I mean? Like in this series, they're gonna reveal who he is.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious how that revelation would be for you, not having a pre-inkling of like, oh well, it's him. Okay, now it's confirmed. Great, fantastic.
Oh, I got you.
Like I kind of want to get your reaction, like, you know, when you do find out.
Okay.
It'll probably just be the
Who?
Probably.
You're right. That's fantastic. Oh, but no, I want to try it. I just want to try it out. I know this is going to be hard for me, especially for the stuff that I'm going to say tonight.
Oh yeah. I was like, well, you've really put a gag in my mouth right now. Like,
I'm sorry. But I want to do an experiment. I just want to. I feel
Sure.
compelled to do it.
I'm totally
And I'm-
down for a.
And I'm the lab rat.
Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna say
You absolutely are.
I'm totally down for a comically comic social experiment with Jeremy.
I'll like go start Googling it tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Jeremy.
You're going to do
I won't.
Yeah, I know.
You'll go down such a rabbit hole on this one. I promise you. That story is so just intertwined with so many other people.
Mhm.
You'll be saying who a lot.
Oh yeah. I'm
Like a
sure.
whole lot there, Morty. Whole lot. My whelming for this is the same. It is a whelm intrigued whelming. As far as episode 1, it was like, I get why we're having this episode. I don't understand why we're still in a TV drama when it just felt like she was Agnes of Westview. You know what I mean? She was never Agnes the cop.
Yeah.
But I understand, like, throughout WandaVision, we did different kind of like montages of like TV shows throughout that series. I don't know. I was just, when we left WandaVision, I was under the impression she was just Agnes of Westview, not Agnes of whatever TV series she just happens to think of at whatever point in time.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that too much. I thought they tried to build up some stuff in that first episode that was not build up worthy, but also trying to like make the connections of WandaVision in this.
Yeah.
And episode 2, again, it just left me intrigued. It really did. I kind of wish they would go more of a horror route instead of like this kind of spooky scary that they're doing. But I also understand that somewhat supposed to be for kids. But then at the same time, like you're seeing Catherine Hahn's ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's calling, these ladies bitches. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm well intrigued. I want to see the next episode and see where it goes from there, especially like how they ended it, like already on the Witch's Road. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right, episode 1. For those of you who have not seen it yet, quick rundown of that is we get to meet Agnes again from WandaVision. As you've already heard, she's in this cop kind of like TV show. And there's another character that comes in called Rio Vidal. And she
Vidal.
understands. Do what now?
Vidal. Rio Vidal.
Vidal. I apologize. And she knows that Agnes is under the spell and is trying to get her out of it subtly. Agnes winds up climbing out of it and kidnaps a boy that she names Teen. It's her pet. So that's pretty much just episode 1. Episode 2 is Teen wants to go down the Witch's Road and has enlisted Agnes to help. Agnes likes the idea because she has no power. Wanda took all of her power and she wants to get it back. She needs to re-energize, is what she says at one point in time in the episode. So she has to enlist these random witches within a 3-mile radius to come and help open the doorway to the Witches Road. And Rio Vidal has told or warned Agnes in episode 1 that the Salem 7 are after her. And we don't know really who the Salem 7 are, but we get hints of that throughout the second episode. So that's a rundown of the episode. Here are our first appearances. We've got Agatha Harkness, Fantastic Four 94 in 1970. Jennifer Kale, Adventure into Fear number 11, 1972. Alice Wu Gulliver, Doctor Strange, Last Days of Magic number 1, 2016. Alabama boy Jason Aaron writing that, by the way.
Ooh.
So 2016, y'all.
Yep.
It's like 8 years ago, and this character's already on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't know. Right? That's what I thought. Lila Calderu. Is that right?
Yeah, Lila Calderu. Correct.
Thank you. Marvel premiere number 12 from 1973. Salem 7 is Fantastic Four from Fantastic Four number 186 from 1977. We also see in the app that I use, it said that a character by the name of Vertigo was in there, who is a member of the Salem 7, and that was his first appearance as well. And then I'm throwing this in there because we got to see a little bit of this name. Nicholas Scratch, Fantastic Four, number 185, 1977. So,
Senor Scratchy,
who everybody seems to believe... So a rundown on Nicholas Scratch, real quick. For those of you who don't know, Nicholas Scratch is actually, in the comic books, Agatha Harkness's son. And she left him, I don't know what age or anything like that, but he was pissed off about it. And he actually is the father of the Salem 7.
Huh.
So the Salem 7 in the comic books are the grandkids of Agatha.
Dang.
They're also
Yeah.
not like witches. Well, I mean, they are, but I don't know. Anyway, they look weird. They don't look like what you expect. But
Right.
the MCU, like Disney Marvel, is doing creative changes on all that to make them more witchy look. Like they look like,
Mhm.
I don't know, like space monsters or something in the comics.
Yeah, like aliens or something. Like yeah. But they can they transform in the comic books? I overheard somebody doing a review that's trustworthy who was like, yeah, they can transform into animals in the comic books.
Sure. I have.
So-
I don't know anything about Agatha Harkness other than she was a babysitter for Reed Richards at one point.
She was, and she was a babysitter for, you'll know these names, Jeremy, Billy and Tommy, who were Wanda and Vision's children. She was a babysitter from them. And there's ties to Mephisto, which is why a lot of people were thinking Mephisto was going to be in this, or also in WandaVision as well. So there's that right there. Yeah. So that's a rundown really of Agatha Harkness and Nicholas Scratch. So there's a brooch in this TV show.
Mhm.
Did y'all see the brooch and the hair in there?
The hair, yes. The hair, yes. I thought you said heron, it's like the bird.
Oh, no. No birds in there.
And I was like, what? There wasn't a heron in there?
No, hair. Apologize.
Yeah.
Like a rabbit?
What do y'all think's up with the brooch?
No, not like a rabbit.
No, that's Senor Scratchy.
I think the hair is her son's, obviously. Like, it's got to be.
Nicholas Scratches.
Yeah, I think it's Nicholas Scratch. And that's why, she's keeping it like close to her chest or whatever.
Okay. You got any thoughts, Jeremy?
I mean, whenever my wife loses a ton of hair whenever in the bathroom, so that's just hair.
She just collects it, puts it in a locket.
Well, no, it's just in a oh, that, yeah. Well, no, but it's just like just random hair everywhere. So
She just collects it and brushes it, and if she needs it for a spell, she has it handy instead of just cutting some off.
I mean, it makes it easier. That's economical, is what that is.
I'm with Richard on this. I think it's Nicholas Scratch. Because she said not repeatedly, she said that she had walked the Witch's Road before and came back. I think she sacrificed Nicholas.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
on the Witch's Road.
Yeah, I don't know if like again, you've kind of gagged me here, but I think she sacrificed her son for the Darkhold.
So she's gonna sacrifice Teen? Or try to?
Possibly, maybe. We won't know until
probably she might try and sacrifice Hart.
Poor Mrs. Hart. Come on now.
Yeah. Well, no, she was so reluctant to bringing her along. So
I got a feeling. So that, like, again, Wizard of Oz, like imagery or whatever you want to call it, when they, I don't know what I'm trying to say, the word I'm looking for. But anyway, when they get to the end of the road, they're going to be granted everything they always wanted, like courage, a heart, all that stuff from like Wizard of Oz. I got a feeling Mrs. Hart's going to be a witch at the end of this. Like that's going to be the gag, is at the end she's an actual witch.
Well, you think she is one now?
No, I don't think I think she's just a plain Jane person.
Okay.
But at the end of this, she's going to become a witch. I think that's going to be like a gag that they do at the end of the series.
I thought it was supposed to be that all of them had to be witches to be able to perform that thing.
Clearly not. Unless she's hiding something. Maybe she's Mephisto. That's right. The Mephisto memes are back.
I heard it from another reliable source that Mephistos will be name dropped in the next episode.
Oh, good.
Huh. Well, there you go.
That's going to set the internet ablaze.
What?
I said that's going to set the internet ablaze.
Pun intended.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Which kind of leads me into one of my. I'm just going to go ahead and go into one of my speculation thoughts. So this Rio Vidal, that's a made up character.
Yeah,
that's not Marvel Comics. She's supposed to have the green power, and a lot of people were like saying that she was some kind of there's a character that's called, it's like an Emerald Warlock, and they're saying, oh well, this is going to be a gender swap for that. I don't think that's it. My speculation, Rio is actually a character by the name of Blackheart.
Yeah,
Blackheart is the son
of Mephisto. He was. You should know this, Jeremy. He's the villain in the first Ghost Rider movie.
Ghost Rider, yeah, the big villain, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it didn't they say too that like the lady that wrote down all the names, she drew a heart, and it was a black heart.
All right.
Yes.
Well, it's because it's a black pen.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And also when at the end of episode 1, when Rio was leaving, Agatha said, "You don't have a heart." And she says, "Oh, yes, I do. It's black."
Yeah.
And walked out the door. And there's also this thing where like Rio can't kill Agatha and Agatha can't kill Rio.
Oh, yeah.
And also Rio's like, "Just take my power." And Agatha said, "You know that'll kill me." And why is it that Rio knew that Agatha was in a trance? And why was she trying to get her out of it?
Yeah, I think she was using the Darkhold to like mask her like presence, because now that the Darkhold's gone, she was all like, "Hey, I found you," kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
Why she was looking for her, that'll be revealed in this story. I don't know if they were like lovers, because it seems like there is some sort of connection there, that there are like lovers. But yeah, I definitely turned to my wife, and when she mentioned the Blackheart thing, I was like, that may be a nod to who she may be, and mentioned like the whole like Blackheart as well. Rob from Comics Explained thought maybe he has a interesting theory. I'm not 100% in on it, but that she may be Morgan Le Fay, which is a Arthurian witch that was in the Marvel Comics. She's a love interest to Doctor Doom. I kind of like that idea, but we'll see.
I do like that idea. Another reason, though, I think it's Blackheart is because Mephisto was like other the TV shows. Don't get me wrong. I know other TV shows had rumors of Mephisto being in there. Her name was tied to that at the same time as what's his name from Borat?
Oh, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Crap. Yes, Sacha Baron Cohen. So he was named first, And then they were like, oh, Aubrey Plaza is actually going to be Mephisto. And then they came back and they're like, oh no, Mephisto's going to actually be both of them because Mephisto can change to whatever he wants to.
Yeah, he can take the image of anything.
Right. But with all the Blackheart references today, I was like, no, I bet you she's going to be the build-up to Mephisto.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you she's... I believed in myself so much today when it finally freaking hit me like a ton of bricks, watching all this, like catching up or whatever, that I went out and bought his first appearance on eBay.
That's funny.
Yeah, I freaked because it was up there like it was a big like book.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a $50 to $75 book, but off just the rumors of him coming. And I picked it up today for like $9 and $6 shipping or something. Like I picked it up for like $15 in or something like that. But that's how much I was like, oh crap, that's exactly who it is. I went ahead and grabbed, a decent copy at a low rate that I was like, I felt comfortable buying.
Yeah.
So
the only reason I'm not 100% on that as well is because Marvel's done red herrings to us before. But yeah, there was 2 Blackheart references in both episodes. So maybe you're right. Also, they talked about behind the scenes. There's a lot of like clues to everybody by what they wear and stuff like that. And when she attacks Agatha, the dagger that she uses looks like a horn. Like it looks like almost like a devil horn. It's not a horn. It's a blade, obviously, but like that same signature shape. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm like becoming Eric Voss. I'm just reading way too much into things. But yeah, it looked like a horn to me.
Eric Voss is freaking amazing. I love him, and I have not got to watch his rundown of the first 2 episodes yet.
Yeah,
so
I think it's like an hour.
I'm thoroughly excited.
Yeah,
it was like 49 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
That's long.
Yeah, no, he did. Well, he does these like super deep dives and like points things out that you're like, bro, you're stretching here. But then other things you're like, oh shit, you're onto something. He's great. He's really entertaining too. So those were my biggest things was Nicholas Scratch. I think he's sacrificed. I think he's actually at the end of Witch's Road. I think the new Salem is at the very end of the Witch's Road. And I think like, I don't know if that's where the Salem 7 came from because I believe in the story, The Witch's Road, like they were actually on the road, like Scarlet Witch encountered them as she was going down the Witch's Road.
I'm gonna assume the Salem 7 refer to like Salem, like where they burned, they tried like witches, if you will, and like burned and drowned and all that stuff. So I'm assuming it's like the 7 witches that were killed way back in the day, and like I don't know, like they're like judging Agatha or something and coming for her now, like something she did. Maybe it was the Darkhold stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seems like that for some reason, like the Darkhold is going a step too far with all these magic users.
Right.
It's very odd. Like they're doing, at least it seems Rio Vidal's character seems like kind of evil-ish. So, but she's like, I don't know. She's like, hey, you used the Darkhold. Now you're a bad person, Agatha. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, I think it's more of like she was an untouchable when she had the Darkhold.
Mm-hmm.
And now that she doesn't, it's like somebody had a hit on her and they were just they're just buying their time until. But like another thing that's weird is that she's been in this trance for 3 years. So it's taken them 3 years to find her.
Yeah, apparently. I think it's because
or maybe because she came out of the trance. Maybe Wanda's trance was actually protecting her that whole time.
That's what I was thinking. I was probably protecting her because she too used...
Wanda's dead.
Yeah, well, probably. I don't know. Like they make a cheeky comment at the very beginning when they're doing the procedural, like it's a meta joke about how like Wanda being dead, and then Agatha's character is like, "Well, you never know," like kind of thing. And I'm like, "Oh, you bastards!"
Did y'all know the dead body in the woods was like a metaphor or whatever of Wanda?
Oh yeah,
no.
I knew what answer I was going to get when I said that. And I wanted to like just be asking Jeremy. And then I was like, no, I'm going to ask him both. No, yeah. Like when they were sitting there and they're looking at the fingers and they were black. Like that was the reference, Wanda having the Darkhold. The cause of death was something heavy fell on her when Mount Wundamore fell on her. That was a reference towards that. How she just kind of appeared, nobody drug her there. It was magic.
Yeah,
that was a reference towards it. So there's several things.
I think she's wearing the same outfit she had when she was dream walking that other Wanda in the parallel universe where her kids are alive. The sweats with the hoodie.
Okay.
She has red hair, though it's darker than actual Elizabeth Olsen's real hair.
Yeah, it's like redder. Yeah.
See, I just go and watch the shows. I don't think that far ahead or think that much into it. I just go to enjoy.
That's funny. Richard, you said you had a good bit on Teen, and I know I've put you in a corner, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I've done this.
Yeah,
because honestly, Teen could be one of two people.
I think he's going to be an amalgam of both, personally.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're. Anyway, I can't really say who it is. I'll talk about this. If the Teen is who we think it's going to be, at least not like the Teen's real name, but like his comic book superhero name.
Yeah.
If he's that person, I'm going to be so irritated only because why the secrecy? It feels like it reminds me back when the video game Arkham Knight came out and everyone was like, oh, it's going to be Jason Todd. And they're like, no, it's not Jason Todd. It's a completely different character. We designed it all on our own. Don't like another Wizard of Oz reference. Don't look behind the curtain kind of thing. And we were like, at least fans and stuff were like, no, it's going to be Jason Todd. And then it was Jason Todd. And everyone was like, oh, what a shock. We knew it was fucking Jason Todd. And this is that moment for me. Like, I'm like, oh, it's this person. And they go so far as to like censor out his mouth so you can't get like lip readers.
Right.
And then they like lower the volume out or whatever later on. And I'm like, why are they going to such great lengths when I'm pretty sure the leaks came out and told us who it was for those who don't know, but those who are like in the know with the comics, like, oh, it's this person. It's clearly going to be this person. But yeah, I think it's going to be, I'm pretty sure I'm reading the room here, and I feel bad for our listeners for who maybe aren't like in on the know here. But if you're saying it's one of two people, I think it's going to be somehow an amalgam of both of those people.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. What do y'all think of Joe Locke's performance as Teen?
I thought he did pretty well. Obviously, just trying to get used to him and know what his character is. But overall, I mean, I think he did a pretty good job.
I don't like it at all. I gotta be honest with you. I think I'm a little biased because, and I'm not saying I'm a good looking guy in any way, shape, or form, but brother is goofy looking. Like
he is.
Like just odd. Like he's just an odd looking guy. Like I don't want to like quote unquote body shame, but like my God, those ears could have their own zip code.
He's got some Will Smith ears for sure.
Yeah.
He's got some. Yeah. No. Yeah. His looks are off, and the eye makeup, it doesn't help at all. Like it makes it worse for me because I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
So it throws me off. I like the character in some, like the way he's portrayed in certain scenes, and then other ones I'm like, bro, it's too much. You need to back off a little bit. Just, I don't know. And then I don't like, if it is the character that I think it's going to be, I'm like, you've totally made that character into a joke and comic relief.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either.
So,
especially if this person's going to be on a certain team later on, like, I don't know. Like, he's going to be the designated magic user. I don't know. I'm not happy with the handling of that character, I guess is what I really want to say. And I don't mind necessarily the actor, but right now, the first 2 episodes, I don't like what I've seen. And
same.
That's really it. The last thing I just have to say is there's yet another Wizard of Oz thing. Agatha calls him Toto at one point. She's like, this is my familiar Toto or whatever. And I thought that was kind of funny, but yeah.
See, to me, like, it was more so in the first episode, but to me, I felt like Catherine, she was way overacting. I was like, this just feels weird. I don't know. I just didn't enjoy her character. It was in the second episode where she kind of started getting into, and maybe it was because of doing the whole police thing. Maybe that was part of it. I don't know, but it just, I didn't like it.
No, same for me. I did not like her cop character at all. And when she actually came out and was Agatha, that's when I started enjoying it more.
Yeah, the cop thing, they were just imitating, I forget, there's a cop drama that they are specifically imitating. It's like Mayor of East Town or something. I forget what it's called. But anyway, it's a cop drama that maybe was like on HBO or something. I forget what it is. But so they're specifically imitating that. So I think that's why she was being like that over the top. I do like I like her neighbor when she's like naked and talking, which you mentioned the butt thing, but yeah, one of my notes was like, this is a lot of nudity for a Disney Plus like show, right? Especially because like, I don't know, 3 years ago when they first came out with Disney Plus, they were like censoring butts from like old movies and things like that. So it's just weird now that they're just, okay, we're cool with it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he was actually one of my like favorite actors. I enjoyed him.
Yeah, the neighbor was hilarious. I love when he's just like, okay, like I don't know, he's just really funny to me.
Yeah.
Well, and then at the end of episode 2, when the Coven, the Salem 7 were coming to to Agatha's house, and he's standing outside with his groceries, and this person's just standing there in a cloak, and for our listeners, and he looks back at Teen, and he's like, "You seeing this?" And then they like separate into 7 real quick, to give you that scare factor.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, and he drops the stuff and I guess walks inside.
He's like, hell no. Hell no. After the Wanda incident, he's probably like, I ain't doing this shit again.
That we are missing that. Like that would have been great comedic relief right there. Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Like that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Well, cool. I got nothing else for Agatha. What about y'all?
No, that's it for me, man.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Cool. Let's move on. I forgot to mention this. Episode 1 was called Seekest Thou the Road, and episode 2 was Circle Sown with Fate, Unlock Thy Hidden Gate. So,
yeah, one of the lyrics from the Witch's Road song.
Mm-hmm. All right, on to the Penguin. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, actually, it just popped in my head. One of the other things that I think was like an Easter egg for that 70s show is when they're in the basement about to sing the song.
Yes!
She mentions about like how like she's like, oh, I don't get high in like basements or something like that. And also the way the shots are done is very like that 70s show when they used to get high down in the basement.
Yes, I didn't write that down. I'm so glad you brought that up. I wish they would have made it more of a blunt reference.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Yeah. No, I know. Where is it?
But no, yeah, I wish they would have made it more of that reference of like doing the real close-ups and just kind of swinging around in the circle. Like I was missing that so much. All right, on to now DC, The Penguin on HBO Max. Episode 1 is called After Hours. What is y'all's whelming of this new Matt Reeves universe?
Woo!
Shiny boy, as Batman. Penguin.
First of all, that's maybe show my idiocy, I guess, if you want to call it. But whenever you say Matt Reeves, I just think of Doctor Who. So, but
that's Matt Smith.
Matt Smith. Dadgummit. Yeah, I did that wrong. Yeah, see? I don't know why that one is.
Are you okay, Grandpa?
No, I'm not. It's been a long week.
I feel bad that I didn't correct you, but I'm also not a huge Doctor Who fan either, especially not Matt Smith.
Yeah. Oh, I liked Matt Smith.
Yeah, I like
Anyways,
I like bruh before him.
David Tennant.
David Tennant.
Yes.
Bruh before him.
Yes. And then I like the old grandpa after him.
Oh, Peter Capaldi.
Yeah.
Yes.
But on to Penguin, I'm pleasantly whelmed with this one. Out of the two, like I probably enjoyed watching Penguin a little bit more. But yeah, it's got a good build up to it. It's not like it didn't feel like it took a lot to really get going. I mean, like it did, but it didn't feel like it. It just kind of progressed smoothly. So
that was one of my comments that I had as well, is that the pacing for this TV show, this first episode, was far superior to what Marvel did with episodes 1 and 2. Far superior.
Because like it was one of those, like, I looked at the time. I mean, it was almost a little over an hour episode.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh crap, this is going to take forever. But it just moved, like it went by a lot easier than the 2 episodes of Agatha. So, and those were, I think, like 30 or 40 minutes each, something like that. So.
Yeah.
Oh, is it my turn?
Richard?
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone got quiet.
I'm sorry.
Y'all've nailed it on the nose. Like I am pleasantly whelmed. I'm not gonna say overly whelmed yet, because we haven't, like, I don't want to just jump the gun and blow my load, if you will, like immediately.
Well, that's messy.
Yes, exactly.
Kind of like
don't be gross, Tammy.
But you said it on me. But yeah, no, this shows the difference of like writing between the two shows, because they are taking, like, if this show, like if Penguin was on any other platform, this whole plot of Oz Cobb, if you will, like killing Alberto Falcone, and then like that would have been stretched out. That would have been a whole fucking season. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. And
Gotham, we're looking at you.
Yeah, exactly. So this is just so much better. It's just so much better on every fucking level, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm here for it. I'm pleasantly whelmed. I like it. I'm really excited. I'm hyped for this. I'm trying to like contain my hype because I don't want to get like let down, but I'm pretty hyped for this.
I think also, commenting on the writing part, Marvel was at its best when it was making superhero genre movies.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
When it was taking a genre and putting superheroes in that. Marvel was at its best when it was doing that. I feel like that's what this did. That they took Penguin and they put him in a Sopranos type TV show, or just a mobster type TV show. So, or drama or whatever have you. Like, so I feel like this looks promising to me, because it seems like they're taking the idea of taking characters from comic books and putting them in a genre type show. I'm pleasantly whelmed with this as well so far. The concept of it, and off the gate running, fantastic pacing, I thought, for this first episode, and very simple, very easy concept as well.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, no, I'm right there. I'm pleasantly whelmed. So I don't want to say overly whelmed either, because I know we got a long ways to go. Like, this is just the first episode, but still, like, awesome first episode in my opinion. So, rundown real quick. In the wake of the Riddler's mayhem of Gotham and the death of Carmine Falcone, a coup has just started in the Gotham crime world. Oz sees opportunity in the wake of his mistake, and he goes all in. Will Oz become the man we all know, or will his dreams take flight?
But penguins can't fly.
And
I know, but I couldn't say, will his dreams take, sliding?
His dreams waddle away.
Will they happy feet away? Like,
real quick, I'm sorry, I'll let you get to your thing, Jeremy, but brother is waddling in this, and I love it. Like,
Oh,
he
yeah.
is
right.
He is waddling.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's got a gangster lean on him, like a hard one. Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, whenever he reveals the reason why, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that could be a problem. But I was gonna say, like, one thing is, I like that they did like a small, just a quick, like 30 seconds, maybe a couple of minutes, just recap of Batman. So then you don't necessarily, I feel like you don't necessarily have to go see Batman before watching Penguin to be able to kind of catch the drift of what's happening. But obviously, I mean, it would help just because this is happening after Batman. But
Yeah.
I like that they still kind of threw that in there, so it's not just making people go watch something else to know what the heck is actually happening.
Yeah. I feel like it also did a good job of letting you know the time period as well. Like, even though the Batman happened, like, I don't know, 2 years ago or something like that, like this TV show's happening right after.
Yeah, like seconds after the movie ended.
Right. So I like that as well. Just knowing that, because we've talked about this now twice or whatever, but I think we do need to go ahead and one day do an episode of like the issue with these Marvel and DC taking too long to create a sequel to something. Like, I think that's a problem, honestly.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's for another episode. We'll do it. We may need to go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
I've got stuff building up now. Penguin, first appearance, Detective Comics number 58 from 1941, Sophia Falcone. Batman The Long Halloween number 6 from 1997, as well as Alberto Falcone from Batman The Long Halloween number 1 from 1996. So we already did a review of The Long Halloween. Go back and listen to that episode. It's fantastic fun, if I do say so myself.
Mm-hmm.
Salvatore Maroni, Detective Comics number 66 from 1942. And that was all the key players that I could really find that were actually in comic books. So, no, like, I don't know. This was an awesome episode for me. Awesome episode. And it like takes off based off a mistake that Oz makes. He's gotten caught by Alberto Falcone kind of getting into Carmine's like stash of like valuables and valuables in the sense of like jewelry and stuff like that, but also like blackmail photos and whatnot. And he keeps the blackmail photos for what we don't know yet, but he goes to hand over the jewels to Alberto Falcone, Carmine's son, who has taken over now, and caught him in the act of taking these. And of course, Penguin being who he is, he's trying to like get on Alberto's good side and stuff like that, until Alberto starts laughing at him, and then he just shoots him dead. Did y'all see that coming?
No.
No.
As a matter of fact, my note is, well, my theory went out the window in the first 12 minutes. I thought we were going to maybe get like a holiday killer kind of thing from The Long Halloween with Alberto, because we saw him in the trailer. Like, Alberto was in like a bunch of the trailers leading up to this season. So I was like, maybe there's going to be like a holiday killer kind of thing. But nope, that theory went out the fucking window.
I mean, did all those stuff break in? Did all that happen at Halloween? No.
Remember the holiday killer killed people during all different holidays.
Yeah.
Right. I was just trying to, because I knew that like when the Batman started, like it was Halloween.
Oh, yes.
So that would have led into like the next month being Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we are going to get, from what I've heard, we're going to get like winter in Gotham, which all that water is probably going to like freeze over and create like an ice like rink or something.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I was not expecting that at all. Him to shoot Alberto, just I was like, whoa. And like, I love the way that Colin Farrell portrayed it, of like, he did it and it was like, fuck me, I know I just fucked up everything.
Yeah. I liked it as well. His acting is phenomenal in this, man.
Yes.
It like, yeah, that first before we even, like, it's a cold open, before we even get the title of the show, and he shoots him, and then he's like kind of laughing and smiling, and then it dawns over him what he just did and what now he's gonna have to do, and he's like, fuck.
Well, then him walking down the stairs with the body, because he's going to get rid of Alberto's body, and he takes a few steps, and they pan out and show how many steps, and then he just tosses the body over. Like there's morbid humor in this as well, which I like, honestly. So it's nice to have those kinds of like breaks in something like this that feels like it's going to be really heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because not only are you dealing with like the ups of Cobblepot, but also bringing Sophia Falcone into this, who's a nut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Certified freaking nut. I don't care if she's been quote unquote rehabilitated from Arkham or not, which is what she says in this. But no, this chick is nuts.
Yeah. So I'm just going to get into her real quick. In the next story after the Long Halloween called Dark Victory, she makes a comeback and she's like paralyzed from the I hate to spoil this because I do want us to read it one day, but maybe Jeremy will forget.
Probably.
But she's paralyzed, whatever, and then there's this whole like hangman person that they're trying to figure out.
Yeah.
And it's revealed at the end that she's not actually paralyzed and she is the hangman. And she wears like a scarf around her neck. She has a turtleneck. I think she tried to kill herself. Someone tried to kill her and she killed them. And I think she has a permanent like scar from like she clearly has an affinity for razor wire.
Yeah.
Right?
Because she was using it on Penguin at the end of the episode. I think she has a scar there from where either someone tried to take her life, she tried to take her life, whoever it may be, and that's why she's quote unquote called the hangman. I also think that she's kind of the reason why she's like banana pants crazy is I believe that she's kind of like our Joker for this story, if you will. It's like getting the Joker without having the Joker in it.
Yeah. I could see that. Yo, I thought that was like saltwater fishing line.
No, it's razor wire.
I said that sounds like, geez, that's a big reel. That's some thick line right there. You're catching marlins with that shit.
Yeah, I want to say it's that kind of like one that you use to like saw off branches and stuff.
Okay.
Geez.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I straight up thought it looked just like deep sea fishing line to me. That's exactly what I thought of when I saw it.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
And also ironic considering that they're using that on a penguin.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
That's funny.
Yo, speaking of him being the penguin, and you were talking about his hobble. That foot of his is fucked up.
Yeah, I think I believe it's called club-footed. Maybe am I wrong there? I don't know, but yeah, it's very fucked up.
Yeah, you may be right. It looks like a club. It's pretty swollen
because he has the brace, the leg brace that kind of like helps correct it.
Yeah. I like that they emphasized him looking at the 2 handicap seats that were there available and him refusing to use them.
Yeah.
Even though, and like them saying like he has a handicap. So it makes me feel like it was more of something he was born with, not something of a result of a bad deal. Cause like he does have scars on his face.
Yeah.
Where like he's lived a rough life.
Yeah.
But looking at the seat, it makes me think more of like he doesn't look at himself as being handicapped. So in other words, like he wasn't like he was born with that. It wasn't just something he acquired over his life.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I think it is something that he's born with, especially the way his mom kind of treats him with like, she's like, oh, my big, strong Oz, which that I don't know if you picked up on that, but they have changed Oswald's name to Oz Cop or not Cop, Oz Cobb. They're not calling him Cobblepot in this because Cobblepot implies that he was from like an old English, like, aristocrat kind of family. And he's now more of like lower class. So they didn't want to give him the Cobblepot name.
Yeah, no, I just figured they just didn't call him the whole thing. So
yeah, no, that was something Matt Reeves came out and it like blew up the internet for some reason. I don't know why.
because they took off pot.
Yeah.
Or I guess old pot.
Old pot.
Old pot.
Old pot.
Oil. Not oil.
I also think you're spot on with the like that being his handicap, because I think that's why he decides to like he has a soft spot for this new character called
Oh, because of the stutter.
Yeah, because he has that stutter. I think he sees a little bit of himself in that character.
Yeah, which we'll say. Also, I would pick Vic over Teen right now.
Yeah,
Vic did a way better job.
So I'm going to get into that real quick. I have some theories of not like who I would pick between Vic or Teen, but just I have some theories. Everyone's like, oh, is Vic going to be like Victor Zsasz, or is he going to be, someone else? And I got a feeling he's not. Like some of the theories are like he's Robin, like this is going to be our like Robin of this universe.
Oh shit.
I don't think that's the case. I think this is just a like juxtaposition of a Robin. I think we're just going to see, instead of seeing Batman take a kid and make him his ward and teach him the ways, we're just seeing a like funhouse evil version of that, where Cobblepot is taking an orphan in and teaching him all his like tricks of the trade, and eventually, it'll turn this kid, evil, if you will.
Huh.
I got you. I was kind of hoping it was Victor Stone.
Okay.
That's what I was kind of hoping, but then they revealed that's not. Like, it seems like this kid doesn't have anybody, like any family anymore, because they even make reference of like his blocks is just gone. Yeah. He's like, I don't know if you have family. Like Penguin's like, I don't know if you had family or not, dude, but like you're here. You're still here. You're still alive, which emphasizes more on what you were saying as far as like him seeing himself in this kid, because he even made references of that to the kid of like, I've been in your situation. I've been in your spot. So I'm with you 100% on that he sees himself, a younger version of himself in this kid. So, but yeah, no, I was hoping it was Victor Stone that like, I don't know, because Vic, I believe, played for the Gotham Knights High School and stuff like that, and that's where he ended his career and all that jazz.
Jeremy, Victor Stone is Cyborg. I know you're sitting there going like, who is it?
I apologize.
No, you're good. I was just listening.
In the
I was just taking it in.
In the comics, is he does he play for the Gotham Knights, or is that just the movie version? I don't know about Cyborg. Like the most I know about Cyborg is from the old cartoon, Teen Titans cartoon.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty positive that he did play for the Gotham Knights.
Okay.
In the comic books, I'm pretty positive he did. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty positive he did.
Okay.
So, no, I don't have a whole lot to say about this. I'm just thoroughly enjoying it, honestly.
Yeah.
And I think the web that Oswald is like weaving here is like so intricate. And I love the writing that they've done for him, because they make him look so smart.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was one time when Sophia hemmed him up and she was like, I actually talked to Alberto and I knew about this drug and stuff like that. He didn't tell me that you knew anything about it. So how the fuck did you know? And I was like, I literally, like, I was sitting there watching. I was like, literally out loud. I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
and like, but the writing's so good that he's like, he didn't tell me that you knew either. And I was just like, oh, like, you're just going to keep on flip-flop. Like, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah,
Loved it.
It's definitely making a character that most people don't care about, because most people think of like Penguin as like he's wearing a tuxedo and he has the umbrellas and he, the top
Burgess
hat.
Meredith.
Yeah, Burgess, which there was a reference to that where the like area that he goes to I don't know, it's like his hooker or something. When he gets the alibi, there's a Burgess jewelry store, the logo
cool.
is a guy wearing like a monocle. I don't think he had a top hat on.
Yes.
That's
Burgess Meredith, for those out there who don't know, was the actor that played Penguin in the 1960s Batman with Adam West and Burt Ward as Robin.
Yeah. He used to.
Yes.
But yeah. So I did not strike Penguin as a Dolly Parton fan. I thought that was kind of funny.
I thought the music in this was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, because it was odd. It was super odd. But like, what else would the Penguin listen to? Like, I don't know what he would listen to, but I didn't think that. But then when it happened, I was like, what else would he listen to?
It just cracks me up thinking like he's like humming like Dolly Parton's 9 to 5 like on the way to the train and stuff.
Why do you think he uses the Volvo, the old like 90s?
Because it blends
looking
in.
Volvo.
Yeah.
Okay, so nobody can follow him to his mom's house because he said he's like, I've never taken anybody here.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Okay,
because they made such a deal about his purple plum car.
Yeah, Maserati.
Right before that. So
I was gonna say, Jeremy, how did you didn't call that car by its name?
Well, I'm not a big Maserati person, honestly.
That was a perfect commercial for Maserati. Like it pulled up and it was just grilling everything.
Yes.
Maserati.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was right in your face. I was like, oh, okay. But I mean, I will say, I thought that the colors that he did on it, I thought those looked good.
Oh, really?
I liked it actually. Oh yeah.
I hate it. I hate the purple and gold.
Oh no, I like it.
Back to his him being like smart. I like when he pulls up to the like FEMA area and he opens the door and like there's all these people with like umbrellas and they go like chasing into the crowd and then he pops the trunk and like try to like get away. I thought that was kind of clever.
Yeah.
But right before that though, he pulls up and he's like spying on Sophia as they're like investigating, and I'm like, dude, you drive one of the most notable cars. What are you doing, man? I know it rains like cats and dogs out in Gotham, but like she spotted you instantly.
And she even made comments about the car earlier on in the episode about it being a plum car. Like,
well, she called it purple. He's like, it's actually plum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did y'all think it was ironic? So on the one hand, like you said, it rains in Gotham all the time. But I was like, for this episode, for this show to be called The Penguin, there's an awful lot of umbrellas.
I mean, shouldn't it be?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's Gotham, so it's raining, so understandably so. But like that FEMA area, I was like, oh, that's a lot of umbrellas for the Penguin. And then like you start off and he's walking with an umbrella. And I was like, oh, how fitting is this?
I know. That was clearly a cheeky little wink to audiences, which I loved. I loved it. I thought it was great.
And I thought he had a sledgehammer umbrella at first. I'm not going to lie. Like he pulled out the sledgehammer and then it went to like him holding an umbrella. And I was like, does this motherfucker have a two type umbrella where it's a sledgehammer on one side, it's an umbrella on the other?
That is a heavy umbrella to carry around.
Right.
He must have. One thing I thought too is he must have just went and bought that sledgehammer because it was like nice and pretty and clean. I was like, just. And two, I was like, that I would. Well, I don't know. Did Colin Farrell? I mean, did he put on weight for it, or is it just a fat suit?
All this is like.
That's what I was thinking, and I was like, that fat suit must make it really hard for him to actually be able to swing a hammer because he looked so. When he was trying to hit it, he was just like, just very awkward.
So, as far as the new sledgehammer. Had he owned a sledgehammer before, which I'm sure he did, it was definitely like used in some kind of illegal activity. So as soon as that one was used, it's gone.
Yeah.
Like,
or I was thinking
keeping it.
Or I was thinking it's like covered in blood, so he had to like go get a new one, like or bleach it or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was used in some kind of crime, so it's definitely evidence. He's gotten rid of that.
Could have been his Lucille.
The Walking Dead reference.
Yeah.
What did y'all think about Naked Penguin in the chair?
He's very hairy.
Yeah. Right?
Everyone's got to be hairy to, stay warm in the Arctic.
That's funny.
I didn't really think nothing of it. It just other than like someone was wanting to flex their like oh, look, we made prosthetic, like naked skin, hairy skin kind of stuff.
It looked way better than
David Harbour.
what? Huh?
David Harbour.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was about to say Ron Perlman. I was like, no, that's the wrong one.
I
But-
disagree, but that's fine. Like, I thought theirs looked fine.
Now that you say it, I definitely think it was like everybody was giving the Batman so much praise for Colin Farrell's transformation.
Mhm.
I don't think it won anything for that.
Yeah, I don't think it did
Did it-
either.
And so it was kind of like, well, let's take this a step further. Let's strip him down.
Mhm. He's even said that recently after filming all this, he's like, I never want to wear that fucking suit and face mask ever again.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. Well, I mean, like, it's like you're sitting in a chair for maybe 8 hours or more
Yeah.
to get all that shit put on. And like to do filming, so you got to get up at like, I don't know, fucking 3 a.m. and then sit there for 8 hours and then film, and then you got to like sit for another 2 hours to get all the shit off, and then you got to rinse and repeat the next day. So I understand it.
Yeah. I don't want to lose, the Penguin before we actually have like a Batman encounter.
Yeah. Well, he's got
So-
2 more years before he's got to probably put it back on again.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Clock's ticking, Colin. Y'all got anything else for this?
No, that's it for me, man.
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. All right. Well, I don't know what I guess next week we'll be doing we got a request for Batman the Dark Knight, the Frank Miller story. So we'll
Dark
be
Knight
doing
Returns.
Oh, I apologize. Dark Knight Returns. So we'll be doing a review of that story. Shout out to Bottom Tier Collector. You can find him on YouTube. He is the one that requested that. So be on the lookout for that, and gives you a little bit of time to read it. It's pretty long. So not a whole lot of time, but a little bit of time, to kind of get your feet wet.
Yeah.
And take a read. There have been cartoon adaptations of this as well. So you can watch those on Max. I believe they're still available. So, but until then, Jeremy, where can they find you at?
They can find me on Twitch under the handle Night Fury GTO. That's Night with a K. And you can find me here.
Do you play any Guardians?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Shame! Shame! Shame!
Cool.
Michael?
Yeah, I knew you're coming to me. No, that's a Saturday, Sunday activity. There's been no Saturdays or Sundays yet.
Shame! Shame! A shame!
I should be able to double up next weekend.
Okay.
Or next time we meet. I
All right.
apologize. Next time we meet.
All right. Yeah, I guess it's my turn. If you want to contact me directly, I have an X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram, and a Threads. My handle is Night Curry, night like day and night, and curry with a K. If you want to contact us directly, we have a Gmail. Our Gmail is comicallycomicspodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to check us out on YouTube, possibly TikTok, we'll see, and Instagram, you can check us out under the name Comically Comics Podcast. And if you want to check us out on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, you can check us out under the name Comically Comics with an X.
You can find me on Instagram, eBay, and Shortbox at 22_comics. You can also find me on YouTube at 22comics. Thank you all so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed as much as we did making it. Well, all that being said, say goodbye, Jeremy.
Bye, Jeremy.
Goodbye, Jeremy. Goodbye.
It's better, right? Come on.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
No, it's not just good, it's better. It's the fucking best.